What you see right behind me is Thunder Lake Logging Company 5. Thunder Lake Lumber Company 5 was built by Baldwin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1925 and is the 585/30th steam locomotive built by that factory and is a 280 consolidation type steam locomotive. This locomotive was built as a replacement for Thunder Lake Lumber Company Shea 10 and was used for hauling logs on the Thunder Lake Lumber Company in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. When the Thunder Lake ceased operations in 1941, this locomotive was then sold to locomotive rebuilder/reseller Birmingham Rail and Locomotive, who almost immediately found a buyer for it in the American Smelting and Refining Company, and it was then sold to the Ferrocarril Mineral del Chihuahua in Chihuahua, Mexico, where it would be renumbered 7, and it worked in the mines of Chihuahua, Mexico as well. Then the locomotive was retired, and in 1972 it was donated to the Colorado Railroad Museum in Golden, Colorado, where it spent years being on display. Then in 1973 the museum traded this locomotive for Denver, Leadville, and Gunnison 280 number 191 to the Then the museum traded this locomotive to the Pioneer Park Historical Complex in Rhinelander, Wisconsin in 1973 for Denver, Leadville, and Gunnison Steam Engine 191. Then this locomotive got moved here for display. Then about 2019, it was beginning to be cosmetically restored, and it had ongoing cosmetic restoration to be done on it. So it was sandblasted and would eventually get repainted. In 2020, the tracks it was standing on was sinking to the ground, so the foundation had to be stabilized. So cranes lifted the locomotive and tender from the spot to a temporary spot until the foundation was complete, and it was back on the spot about 2021. Then the headlight would eventually get put back on. Today, it can be found here on display at the Pioneer Park Historical Complex in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, where it is today. And also, you can even ring the locomotive's bell, but you'll need to stand on the ground to do that, though. And that's how it's done.